who was once a hockey coach, was struggling with her health. It got to the stage where even performing basic tasks like cooking a meal or walking or standing were agony. Eventually, Jane was diagnosed with ME, and 5 years into her illness, she had an out-of-body experience which signalled the start of her recovery. Helen McInerney has the story.
Looking at Jane Donald walking with her husband Paul and her little boy Samuel, it's hard to believe that only a few years ago she could hardly get out of bed. Jane had ME for 10 years, and the story of her journey back to health is one of determination, inspiration and courage.
I was water skiing and pulled my hamstring water skiing very badly. The hamstring nearly came off the bone, and I've never been in so much pain in all my life. And so I did the usual things, went to the physio, and what happened was the muscles started wasting out of the legs. So I had one leg very thin and one leg very muscular. So something was up, and then one evening at hockey, I just literally couldn't move my arms and legs. Just stopped. And I went down to my GP, and he referred me to a gastro consultant. So that was probably in October, and I saw him in February, and he told me that I had post-viral chronic fatigue syndrome. It was like being allergic to exercise. So physically standing up, physically walking, sometimes even getting a spoon to your mouth, but then it would be intermittent with being able to do things, but then you crash again.
Jane tried to adapt her lifestyle and did much of her work as an advertising manager from home. But it was after a particularly busy time at work that she had a very severe reaction.
I was getting up, I was going to go and get something to eat, and I just couldn't, the legs just went, and you see, when you're lying there, you don't know how long you're lying there for. So it turned out to be 4 days in the end. So I said, Jesus Christ, give me a break, and he did, I came out of my body, and like I'm not a religious person. I wouldn't have been praying or anything at that stage. I was just swearing, and I floated over my body. I was looking down on my body, and I realized that I wasn't my body, that that's not who I am, and I had this complete sense of calm, of peace, serenity, well-being, and so I realized that the only way I'd actually got some help was by asking a higher thing. So I started asking, and I started getting led places. Like I had been asking humans, and none of them could tell me what to do, and I just had doors shutting in my face. And when I started asking something else, doors started opening, and very quickly. All happened very quickly, within a few years.
This experience totally changed Jane's life, and her slow road to recovery began.
I started paying attention to the whole thing of being a vibrational being, and if something felt good, it was good. If something felt bad, it was bad. I started looking at the vibrational value of foods, of what you listen to. Laughter is the best medicine. What type of music I was listening to, who I was hanging around with. I took everything as being vibrational, as being energy. And I just went on that basis. So I started consciously, with my intention, altering my own vibrational state.
Over the next few years, Jane concentrated on various holistic treatments, and today she is healthy and well. She believes so much in the treatments she received that she learned the techniques herself and now helps others.
There's reflex points on the front of your body, and then there's codes that you tap into the spine, and it's all about getting the brain to communicate better with the central nervous system, which sends all the messages around the body to the other systems to get them to work. It's total body modification. It's an American thing from Utah.
So about 3 years ago, I was feeling under, I suppose, a bit of emotional stress and work stress, and I needed something to do. So like I do Pilates and I walk every day, but I wanted something else. And so I decided to give the TBM a try. And I suppose you feel afterwards, you feel re-energized. I sleep very well after it. And it's good for your overall health.
Her love of the outdoors and nature has always sustained Jane, even through her darkest days. Nature now has inspired her to publish a book called Sacred Messages from Sacred Ireland.
I just started following when I got an instinct or an urge to, you know, stop the car and go into a field with a camera and take a picture and write down what things were saying to me. And so I went to sacred sites and round towers and trees and rivers, and we have sacred mountains in Ireland, so we're in the best country in the world for it.
It's been a long and sometimes very difficult journey back to health, but today Jane has inner peace and she's enjoying life.
A young woman there using her own experiences to help others. Now, for significant numbers of children in Ireland, they're